Hey everyone, welcome to Mashup Mondays. Here with the topic right now, is Hollywood running out of ideas? What do you guys think about that?
I think Hollywood is definitely running out of ideas. Marvel is already on their 900th sequel. James Bond is at this point basically rehashing the old stories with new actors. I personally think that Hollywood is at their end of idea and creativity, but there's definitely directors out there who are willing to put in their 2 cents.
What do you think?
I feel like every once in a while, someone will come out with a cool movie. Most of the time you see just sequels and
they don't want to see, low numbers. They want to see high numbers. So I think they just stick with what they're good at and what they know makes money, which is a sad thing to say because obviously it's a business and they need to make money, but those select few who are still making good movies, and there are some big time directors that make pretty good creative movies.
I don't think Hollywood is running out of ideas. Because I know it's a very popular thing to say, like, Hollywood's done for, everyone's just all sequels, reboots, rehashes, and stuff. But even if you look back in old cinema, there was technically not a lot of original ideas there, if that makes sense. One of the most highly acclaimed films of all time is The Godfather, but if you look at that was based on a book, not necessarily an original idea.
Yeah!
So I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's not a good thing. Ideally, in a perfect world, every single movie would be a completely new original idea that's a 10 out of 10, but we don't live in that world.
There's budgets.
There is budgets and stuff like that, and we get a bunch of crappy movies. I think the reason why people say that, there's worse movies out there. There's just so many movies being made, it overfloods the market. But we still have just creative stuff coming in. If you look at the Oscars every single year, there's tons and tons of really good movies. Yeah, The Revenant.
In my case, I think there's good in both areas. Sequels obviously the Marvel and Star Wars series, they know what they're doing. They make sequels that are interesting. There are creative movies and there are non-creative movies, but that doesn't mean that those movies are bad, and just because they're on sequel 999 doesn't mean that that's a bad movie. Skyfall was a really good sequel to any James Bond movie, but there's also, Quantum of Solace, which was that one wasn't as good. Some movies that don't need a sequel get them, and then that's where I have a problem. I don't think that Independence Day needed a sequel. It's getting one, and I don't know if it's going to be good. I just think that some sequels, we have too many bad sequels versus too many good.
Even back in the day, there were still non-successful sequels.
I mean, going to the overall topic, have they run out of ideas? There is so many ideas out there. I think we've covered them all. You can do variations on the dystopian future, time traveling adventure. They're all out there. I think they have run out, but they haven't run out of ways to use those ideas.
People say that because way back in the day, when an idea came out, it was fresh. It was a brand new idea. No one ever saw this concept. Yeah. This concept just done like this before. Like when Indiana Jones came out, that was just just huge adventure film like that. Star Wars came out, first mind-blowing fantasy like that. And we don't have stuff like that anymore because that's all been done. We've covered everything. Yeah. And now all we can do is expand on that and make that better. We're never going to get anything like that, like the first spectacle of the Space Odyssey or a Star Wars movie where it's just you see it and your mind's blown. That's never ever going to happen now. The ideas are all still there and we're still making great movies all the time, every single year. In fact, if anything, I think Hollywood is almost in better shape now. Just think of all the entertainment we have right now that we can just go and see and watch. Every month it seems like there's just a brand new movie being released that you can go see. They might not be 10 out of 10s. Nothing can be. Everything can be a 10 out of 10. There's more entertaining movies out there that you just go see, have a good time with your friends. They're not running out of ideas. Making movies is easier than ever now. In a lot of Hollywood studios, they just want to pump out stuff. They know they'll make money. If they could have done that way back in the day, they would have done that. You would have seen sequel after sequel after sequel. Back then it was harder. Whereas now it's just easier than ever. I would suggest going and supporting the smaller movies, the smaller really just gems out there. Hollywood goes to the system, vote with your wallets. If you want something, vote with your wallet. They look at where the money was made. If this movie made a lot of money, we'll keep on making movies like that. Alright, so any closing thoughts then?
I agree.
I just think that a lot of people overreact with Hollywood. They're not as bad as it thinks.
And expectations are definitely a lot higher these days.
Expectations are a lot higher. I don't think Hollywood's evil. There's definitely quality movies out there, and if you want to support those quality movies, just
go watch them.
Go watch them. Go watch those quality movies. Go buy them. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. We'll see you next time.
See you next week on
Monday Mashup.
What you reading there, sis? Let me see that. You like looking at sausages? Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Looks pretty stupid to me.
Oh, whoa. Now, boys,
I must ask you a question.
Oh! I'm
Oh my
crying.
God. That was amazing.
Dad, that was a good one, Dad. Yeah. Yeah.